Today we will learn about Nazism. Although we are familiar with its nature, let's understand it in our own Bollywood style. Take a look at these Bollywood scenes and identify what is the common feeling that you get after viewing them.
हम खैरात नहीं लेते वीर सिंह, हम तुम्हें मारेंगे और जरूर मारेंगे, लेकिन वो बंदूक भी हमारी होगी, गोली भी हमारी होगी और वक्त भी हमारा होगा।
मैं इस बात को जरूर मानता हूं कि मैं कई ऐसे काम करता हूं जिन्हें कानूनी नहीं कहा जा सकता। वो इसलिए कि मुझे जो सही लगता है मैं करता हूं, वो चाहे भगवान के खिलाफ हो, समाज के खिलाफ हो, पुलिस, कानून या फिर पूरे सिस्टम के खिलाफ क्यों ना हो।
कभी कभी लगता है कि अपन ही भगवान है। आज से गोपाल मठ में सिर्फ एक ही भगवान की पूजा की जाएगी और वो है मैं।
So, can you identify that one common context in all these scenes? Yes. Do you recognize with the narcissistic personality that each of them have? This is similar to what Nazism was all about. Let's take a background check on how it started and what was the agenda for it. As you all would be aware, Adolf Hitler had fought in the German army during the First World War and had joined a small political group called the German Workers' Party, which he renamed to National Socialist Party or the Nazi Party after taking over it. His autobiography Mein Kampf expressed this monstrous agenda of the Nazi movement. So basically, Nazism can be defined as an anti-democratic movement, and the core of Nazism was racism. The Nazi Party depicted Germans as a superior race which was destined for world domination. What actually allowed Nazism to take its roots amongst people? What were the causes that made Nazism popular and possible? Let's understand them. Humiliating terms of the Treaty of Versailles was the primary cause. The defeat encountered in the First World War and the conditions imposed by the treaty made Germans feel humiliated and helpless. The terms of the treaty, which imposed heavy reparations to the tune of $33 billion, as well as loss of her colonies to the Allies in the war, was a severe blow to Germany, and the Germans thus looked for every opportunity to avenge the same.
कुछ नहीं करने का, जयकांत शिखरे का ईगो हर्ट नहीं करने का।
Hitler had a strong dislike towards communism. He feared that the communists in Germany will soon react and be slaves to their Russian communist counterparts. He therefore attempted to convince everyone of the right impact that Nazism alone could have. Since the Treaty of Versailles, Germany was hit hard economically. Hitler regained the trust of the common man by supporting industries and farmers. He assured growth in occupations and industries if people supported the ideology of Nazism. Hitler did not believe in democracy. He believed in glory and prestige and also in revenge. He wished absolute authority in order to achieve the goals of Nazism. He promised the people of Germany that he would restore their glory and pride if they agreed to his absolute leadership. Hitler's hatred for Jews actually was another cause that popularized Nazi ideas and also became a political agenda. Hitler believed that the Jews allied with the enemy during the war which led to Germany's defeat and humiliating surrender. He made people believe that the Jews were the root cause of their humiliating defeat. Thus, several Germans supported his cause.
ये मुसलमान का खून, ये हिंदू का खून। बता, इसमें मुसलमान का कौन सा, हिंदू का कौन सा? बता, साले बनाने वाले ने इसमें फर्क नहीं किया, तू कौन होता है फर्क करने वाला?
Another cause was of no strong opposition. The Nazi party encountered no strong opposition from any other political party, thus winning over the people with least resistance. And of course, the most obvious cause for the spread of Nazism was the charismatic personality of Hitler. He was a shrewd politician and a brave soldier. He was a gifted orator who could easily influence the judgment and opinion of the common masses with his powerful and emotional speeches.
Dozras tell me, har tabush crack oikinim bomla, mohino zuku, lohakwe.
He was the perfect leader that Germans seeked, who had promised them their lost glory. He openly asked the Germans to betray the treaty and its conditions and avenge its lost pride. These reasons gave way to the spread of Nazism in Germany. Nazism basically aimed at winning back their pride, defying the humiliating conditions imposed on them, finding their rightful place in the world and exterminating the Jews and all others whom they held responsible for their defeat. So, did Nazism become popular? Yes. Did it achieve its aims? Yes, to some extent. Did people favor Hitler? Yes. Was Hitler good for Germany? Maybe. Did his rule have a lasting impact on Germany and its people? Definitely yes. Nazism impacted Germany in a huge way. The widespread impact it caused can be summarized with these points. Nazism led to formation of a totalitarian state, where the total power rested only in his hands and not in any form of parliament or democracy.
उठा ले रे बाबा, उठा ले.
It led to improved economic reforms where agriculture and industry were normalized. Capitalists were encouraged and a favorable balance between imports and exports was brought, along with investment in technology and warfare. There was a growth in militarism. Hitler believed in achieving power and snatching its rightful authority through war. Thus, compulsory military training was introduced to stand strong against the treaty and defy its terms and conditions. Nazi ideas led Germany to defy the Treaty of Versailles. Hitler rejected the treaty and refused to pay the war indemnity as well as gain back its lost territories by waging war. He rejected all compromises and regained the territory of Saar and Rhineland from France and annexed Austria by force, also signing a non-aggression pact with Poland and Russia. Nazism strongly supported racial supremacy. Hitler made the Germans believed to be the superior race amongst all races and with its destiny to dominate all inferior races and the world.
खिलजियों ने साथ मिलकर एक ख्वाब देखा था कि एक दिन हमारा परचम सारे जहां पर लहराएगा। कसम खाई थी।
He believed to purify Germans from the contamination of Jews, Christians, and communists. It also led to a strict control. Hitler and Nazism put an end to all civil liberties that went against Nazism and his party. He had a strict control on books, press, and destroyed everything that was anti-Nazi in nature.